would we not start with our curtain jerker of the week? It's the Wyatt Six and what they've done so far. Chad Gable, not dead. Chad Gable, very much alive. Very much alive. And Uncle Howdy interviewed Bo Dallas to end, I believe it was SmackDown, in a really, really fascinating and fun interview that made me care a hell of a lot more about the characters. But, Bob, you are the WWE fan. What are you thinking about the Wyatt Six so far? And I have a confession to make after you say it.
All right. Well, first of all, I was, like I said last week, I was concerned that they wouldn't have a plan. Like my thing with Bray Wyatt was he's all, a bunch of theatrics, the Fiend character I love, but they never really had a plan. Well, they have a plan this time around. It seems with that Bo Dallas interview, just to touch on that first, I thought that was excellent.
Yeah.
Talking about Bray Wyatt's death and how it impacted him, how he wanted to, he worked his whole life to be in WWE with his brother, and it was taken away from him. I didn't expect them to even mention Bray like that. I thought there would be just images and hints. I didn't expect them to go that deep into it right away like that, and that just changed my whole outlook on the faction. I'm all in now. There's just that one little thing. It's a tribute to Bray Wyatt, but there's also a story there, and now I care about Bo Dallas more than I ever have in his career. Just from that one promo. And also, Chad Gable's not dead. I thought he was shot in the head last Monday night. He apparently is fine. I don't understand this one. This one kind of does bother me. The guy's just bleeding, a wound in his head. A week later, he's winning a triple threat match. I don't understand that. But he beat, I forget who he beat, but he's qualified for the men's Money in the Bank. He's not going to win the world title, I don't think. But it's just Chad Gable they just shrugged that Alpha Academy stuff. Just get the hell out of here, whatever.
Seriously, push it to the side. He goes to ask Otis for help, and Otis just sort of gives him the cold shoulder. I guess that 6-month-long storyline, Bob, is over.
That's really, really disappointing. But at least I don't know what they're going to do with him in the Wyatt Six. I don't understand why he was the one attacked. There's so many people on that roster.
So many people.
And he's a heel. So am I supposed to feel sympathy for him? I don't understand Chad Gable. Maybe it will make sense in a few weeks, but the Wyatt Six so far, I am very into it. Pretty much solely because of that Bo Dallas interview. I thought that accomplished a lot.
I am very much into it as well. I like what I said last week was I didn't want these guys to wrestle and only be in masks all the time. And the fact that we saw Bo Dallas makes me hopeful that we might see wrestler Bo Dallas and maybe wrestler Uncle Howdy, and maybe there's two of them. I don't know. But just more stuff to dive deep into this Wyatt Six setup, and I'm really enjoying it. I will tell you, I'm sick of crawling around in smoke. I think it's slow. I think it's lame. I think it doesn't play to a TV audience and barely plays to a stadium audience. But again, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe Nikki Cross walking around and really slow, builds up suspense, and then it just kind of ends without any type of resolute. But hey, okay. Can I give you my confession, though?
Sure.
This is me opening up to you. I'm being vulnerable right now.
Okay.
This is dead serious. Okay. I thought it was the Wyatt Six as in a number, and I was waiting for a sixth person to be in the group. I did not know it was SICKS. I thought it was the Wyatt Six.
Well, there was 10 different names originally. It was the Wyatt SICK, then the number 6 instead of S, which I thought was the worst one. That's the most the Wyatt 66. That's the worst. So I thought it was 6-2. I even said that to you one of the first episodes on that show of our show. I said I've heard, because there's been rumors about the Wyatt Six with the number for years, a year. Yeah. Since he passed, once we knew about this faction. So I understand why you get that confused. A lot of people did.
I generally, and then I saw it written on some write-up, and I was like, wait a second, this SICKS? I mean, all right. I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, it works, I guess, but it's better than Wyatt.
Are you into the crawling around and smoke machines?
No, that's the one thing I will say, with Bray Wyatt with those, when he was wrestling Braun Strowman in the swamp and stuff, I hated that stuff. So I don't want them to go crazy, magical, mythical. Who brought the smoke machines? You just think about that. Did they show up 20 minutes before they attack people instead of plugged in dead smoke machines?
That's Mercy the Buzzard's job.
Yeah. Dexter Loomis is over there, putting on his mask. Hang on, I got the extension cord. We can do the attack in a few minutes. Is that what happened? I agree. The smoke machines are it's hokey. It's goofy. It does feel out of place, in Triple H's his vision of wrestling, and then all of a sudden we got this mythical group walking around. It is a bit out of place.